After writing notes on which achievement objectives I hadn't done yet, I decided I want to cross two things off that list. And I'll do them at the same time, but first, I already saw some of the unique dialogue because I made a stupid mistake. And before that, I also had another failed run, but I'll explain that later. I was told about... so I think this is Stormlord's first battle theme. This is his second one. For the first one, I think the Scully said something like, "Is it just me or is there... can you sense ozone in the air?" Something like that. And what's this? I can't believe they even... What the... I don't think I noticed that before. Does it actually have anything to say? Do both of the Stormlord's tracks give him that expression? Oh my god, that's amazing. So if I play anything else, he's fine. That's really good. Yeah, they definitely got into a bad fight, didn't they? Okay, so what I'm doing here... I didn't set it up properly. Curses. I guess that would be another way to reset the hub. Right, hard. I will... no, not 12. Will enable loops, mild, hard, null. I am doing power internal and Peashooter, meaning no weapons and no upgrades. I did pretty well. I went to tier 4 temple and reached Chaos God under these conditions. Because I just wanted to try and see if the new system, the damage penalty, is better than the life scaling, and it absolutely is. Everything felt great, nothing felt tedious. I am very happy. One of my biggest problems with Relics of the Past is fixed. And that's excellent. Yeah, obviously, if their problem was that people were trivializing Temple with too much damage, don't screw over weak runs. Just do something to counteract the busted runs, you know? Because when I realized how Temple works in Relics of the Past, I came to the conclusion that unless I have a certain amount of damage, it's just not worth it to do higher tiers of Temple at all. So I just ignored them. The entrances to Temple. I did tier 1 or 2, and that's it. Okay. My mistake on the previous attempt is that I entered one of the upgrade terminals without thinking. Is that the second Flan enemy I've seen? This floor? I fought Polyp, right? That wasn't one of the previous attempts, was it? Yeah, I'm glad I found that out. Oh, here's a little bit of cheese in hard mode. You can just detonate those guys, but getting the targeting indicator over them. Ammo is useless, but I'll still pick it up, yes. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a database on this run, just to make things a little bit more interesting. I actually fear nowhere. Yeah, I still have those enabled. Cool. Yeah, these two achievements together, I did do them together when I got them for the first time. I figured, it doesn't seem that bad, I'll kill two birds with one stone, and so I did. And that kind of made me start paying attention to the game's balance some more, and I realized just how good it is, because even under those circumstances it felt fine. Nothing was tedious or artificially difficult or unfair in any way. Yeah, that's great. The game's pace was still really fast, with no weapons and upgrades. I eventually started raving to my friends about how great this game is, even back in after the end. And one of the things I said is, it's so well balanced. You never get screwed over. Every loss is 100% your fault. I am convinced of that with all the time I put into the game. And I'm not just saying that. You don't need any RNG. I beat the game with the base weapon and no upgrades, and it felt great. And they were like, oh yeah, well, can you beat the game without anything? I'm like, what do you mean anything? Like, not picking up anything that makes you stronger. I'm like, well actually, when I give it a thought, it is at least theoretically possible. And at some point I tried, and I did beat normal mode minimalistically. I think I posted a couple of screenshots to prove it, but that was back before I even recorded anything, so... You don't have to trust me. Maybe eventually I'll do it proper. But at that point, there will be a hiatus, there won't be daily uploads, and I'll just practice for myself until I get it right. I keep bringing up the notion when it comes up when I'm talking about this game, about its balance. I bring up the notion that it's balanced around base damage in the starting weapon, and I think that's still true. I hope that's still true. Also, I don't know why I thought this room was a big deal. Insubstantials are really not that bad. And there's cover, so it's not that big of a deal at all. When I realized they put life scaling in Temple in Relics of the Past, all I could think was, does it not bother you that the rest of the game can be trivialized in a similar fashion? Does it not bother you that floor 6 could also be ridiculously easy if the player has like 150% damage and a busted weapon or something like that? I'm not sure if I ever said it. It's like, why is Temple special? Is it just recency bias? At the time, Temple was the newest thing they made, and so it deserves special treatment because they worked on it long enough that they think it's inherently better than their past work or something like that. I don't know. Just some concerns I had at the time. I should have also raised that if there was life scaling based on the floor number in the main game, that would obviously be awful. I think the remaining argument then would be that Temple is optional, so it can be an exception, but The real issue was there was no reason to screw over every run with life scaling when the only thing that actually bothered the devs was that you could trivialize Temple with powerful runs to do a lot of damage. So clearly you should target those runs, not everyone indiscriminately, I would say. But they fixed it now, and I'm really happy about that. Did I bring this up? This attempt that I went to temple with the Peashooter and just... I think I had 120% damage. Or something like that. I got all the way up to Chaos God. I choked a lot on Warden. No, I'm not doing that again. I think beating floor 7 under these conditions is enough. Yeah, Temple felt great now. They fixed the problem. I am a happy camper. I want to keep these, well, easy choice. I'm not taking weapons, so the other blessing doesn't even do anything. Yeah, I'll do breach rooms. It's weird how rare Trespasser is. 10% doesn't feel like that low of a chance, and yet it's their easy choice due to the circumstances. Yeah, I think the fact that they added the damage penalty to nowhere as well shows that yes, it is a problem that the rest of the game is also made easier. Or that... I guess nowhere is where it's at its worst. When I first did nowhere during this playthrough, I was surprised by how much harder it was. Because it really was kind of easy before. I like how the blocks of those enemies can meet and blow up each other into bullets. Okay, you have to go. And I'll take my chances with these. Come to think of it, breach rooms are funny on this run. Ooh, a breach room. What's the difference? Pretty worthless, though. I need to be a bit more careful. It's only floor 3. Can you hear those pigeons? They're maybe just a few meters away from my microphone because I'm close to a window. For some reason I want pickaxe. Easy. Give me all of those. I guess Relics of the Past did make Peashooter a bit easier. With the addition of that NPC. I guess this is kind of close to being the polar opposite of the Exalted run. In terms of power, anyway. I think the game is quite compelling like this, personally. You have to engage with every room's design and with most of the patterns in enemy design. Oh wow. It's cool how homing bullets make the dash better. I do like that a lot. I'm not gonna say let's go. Let's do this. Now we're in business. I fear nowhere a little bit less now. Although I'm still pretty fearful. Ah, what the heck. I tried to keep the energy bomb, but can't help it. I could have skipped the secret room, I suppose, but it's fine. Of the unlockable bombs, energy bombs are one of the only ones I have on, so... You remember the times when this phase of Devour didn't even get to do anything? Now it actually worked as intended. I'll take this, mostly because I'll take that. Oh, I guess that explosion has... Ooh. That explosion has friendly fire, so in hard mode you can use those enemies to kill other enemies. That's sick. I actually love to see someone doing that. And you see, that sort of thing isn't really necessary when you have weapons and upgrades and a lot of damage. What am I thinking about? I guess I'll take that. I guess there isn't an awful lot to say when there isn't much to think about in terms of weapons or decisions. I think this will still be interesting, though. Who knows, maybe some people can't get past the pacing, but I really don't think that the game is ever boring like this or anything. Pacing's still good. I think any game would feel, no matter how well balanced or fast paced it is, would feel slow when compared to a version of the game in which you deal at least twice as much damage. get pretty intense in the last few floors, that's for sure. I think if I landed every shot, I could have one-cycled this thing. Maybe I'll need the money. Oh, that's just a danger room. Almost looked like I got standard mini-boss traps. I should probably be stacking life. One of the few things I can do under these conditions. I guess I just like getting scrap. I'm surprised I didn't get hit twice there, honestly. There's something awkward about this room. I don't know what it is exactly. I mean, how can I say no to that? Ah, what the heck. Time to put these to the test as well. I guess I do have intense amounts of damage, but... It would be funny if I had to fight Stormlord here. Of all runs. Then again, he showed up on sudden death, so I've seen the worst of it. Oh, I actually have to aim here. That's cool. I feel like that was actually easier with the... Should have been paying more attention. I feel like the previous room was easier with the Peashooter than with some other weapons. I talked about geomancers. Maybe the most practical of magics. In some capacity, every single thing built in this place bears their trademark. Built to last eons is not just a promotional blurb. I asked him about his drink. Yeah. I guess that's one benefit of this run. I get to see more of his dialogue. I think I missed some of it. On the sudden death attempts, I think I saw dialogue options there that I hadn't seen before. I didn't have the time to sit there and read. Yeah, none of that matters. When I went to temple with power internal and Peashooter stipulations, I beat Reactor. It's funny, Reactor, if you fight the boss early to go to temple and it's Reactor and you get hit during this form, this only works on hard mode, obviously. And I guess I've said it before, or at least I implied it. you can, before going in to fight reactor core, explore the rest of the floor and replenish your multiplier. I have to say, I do remember reactor core being harder. Have I mentioned this before? The subcores used to shoot aimed lasers at you whenever the main core did that as well. And I think the main core shot a giga laser. Whereas the subcores were like foci, shooting smaller lasers. I think it was also denser, and it's another instance where they made something easier. I don't think I need to tell you what I think about that. I did eventually learn how to perfectly dodge reactor core, and now it feels like a waste of effort. Again, you can experience how it used to be in the After the End Legacy branch. Or whatever it's called, I actually don't remember. It's the Legacy branch that isn't Relics of the Past, obviously. Is there even a way of practicing reactor core? I don't think I've ever fought reactor in practice mode. Wait, did After the End even have practice mode? I don't think it did. Did it? Well, I guess it would be kind of annoying to experience the original reactor core. At least Overlord shows up every run, so you technically just need to do one hard mode run. This might be kind of tricky. Oh, I fear fighting legions and ice legions in nowhere. You had me at hello. I'm sure this will shock you all, but I think Storm is good. Oh, that's Stormlord's blessing. Thanks, dude. You're cool and you probably have the best blessing. How fitting. It didn't occur to me until this moment. There's an element of luck in this room as to how often they use their pattern that has the large bullets, because that lets them dig through the destructible blocks. No, but it's useful that I found this anyway. Be careful, you can crush yourself here. I lost a shield on sudden death that way because I had a weapon that made it bounce all over the place, and I was being too hasty as well. At least it didn't kill me, I guess. One of my ideas, once I've gotten all the achievements and seen everything new in Into Oblivion, is maybe I'll wipe my save file again, because I'm crazy, but also so I can try progressing through the game minimalistically. For example, I want to beat the seal bosses on a minimalist run, along with the rest of the run itself. This is like way in the future, and it's not going to have a tight schedule, because I'm going to have to practice a lot. And I have no idea how far I could take minimalism. I will try to climb the loops, the new loops, but I don't know about that. Maybe I could even do Temple on a minimalist run. I don't know where my limit is. I would probably want to push my limit anyway, but I can imagine Loop 13 Temple minimalistically would be really messed up. Yeah, cover really helps with red cap. Okay. 150% damage. I'm pretty sure all damage bonuses are additive, because multiplicative bonuses are incredibly busted. The game would be so much more imbalanced if they were multiplicative. They would probably just end up making the numbers smaller. So, it's good that they're additive. Also makes it a bit easier to tell. I'm doing... Right now I'm doing 50% more damage than base. That much is clear. If you had to think about weird multipliers, it wouldn't be as clear how strong you are, right? Huh, my positioning was bad and I forgot there's a big bullet there. I stood still for a great deal of that, like, come on. It's ridiculous. Where are we at on the diminishing returns? Yeah, I'll take the life. I'm actually a little concerned about... This would count. Okay. Sure. But I really need to play well here. I also don't really want to bomb, though I probably should. Yeah. Aiming is definitely an added challenge here. And maybe taking that hit was already bad enough. And I can't make it anymore. Yeah, I can't. But hey, it's always possible, I guess. I don't know about base damage, though. That's one of the things that I'm not sure if it's balanced around that. Most of the rewards were not good. It's fine. If I could say that I did macro core. If I haven't done macro core already, I haven't been paying attention. But if I could say that I did macro core, power internal, and Peashooter in the same run, now that would be that would be something. I'm expecting there to be a homing shot. Maybe I'll go straight for database on... Oh, you can let that guy kill these. That's interesting. I think I've done that room before, but I never thought about that until now. I guess you could save ammo by letting him blow those up. Cool. I panicked and I didn't decide on target prioritization soon enough. Okay. Floor 6 feels like a serious threat now. It's almost like floor 6 doesn't have that damage penalty that makes floor 7 a consistent, serious threat. Funny, that. Wow, that's actually hard. Now once you start kiting them like this, it's fine. We gotta get out of the initial state unscathed. Okay, I think I'm getting a bit of a wake-up call here. I mean, I guess I assumed that there's no damage penalty in floor 6, but it's not like I can see it, so I'm a bit doubtful now. I already know what that halo does, no thank you. That's where microcore was. Really? Always paranoid about cracked, broken, and or shattered ones. When I shouldn't be. Nice. That's the thing, being this weak means that friendly fire actually matters enough for you to strongly consider it. that was close. I ran into a bullet, didn't I? I think twofold are a pretty good example of randomness in enemy design. They would not be... I'm pretty sure their patterns are designed around random positions and random selection of said patterns. And twofold are definitely much more exciting that way than if they were 100% predictable. Or even if just their movement was consistent, or just their attack selection was consistent. Could I just go? I'm close to full clearing anyway, might as well. I do actually like Gestalts a lot. They add something to the atmosphere of floor 6. Okay, I hope the Monolith fight is also perfect. Oh yeah, this is kind of paradoxical, isn't it? I think I fought Monolith as Null before, right? I don't know. I guess I live in the moment. For myself, I should fight a high loop version of Monolith in practice mode sometime. Maybe I'll discover even more new moves. My eyes were in the wrong place. Oh, I get to redeem myself. Maybe. Yes. I feel like I've just memorized the Razor attack. Just sort of stay at the bottom and move to the right at one point. That singular small bullet. Nearly got me. You can tell that at some point the pattern was too easy and they added those bullets just to trip you up. I kind of appreciate it, actually. I guess moving away from the wall is a bit more useful than I realized, but you should still default to the wall. Aside from this cheese, there's really nothing to say about this pattern. It's just... I guess you can call it a reflex check. I passed? Okay, I think I should go for database as soon as possible. I think even if I do that, this still isn't going to be easy. Oh, you don't have to do floor 7 when you do these achievements, by the way. I'm just doing it because I know people are gonna watch this, so I have a desire to show off. Definitely. Oh, you do have a Nimbus. Now, something you might not know about Observer? That mini-boss. After a certain amount of time, it kills the foci by making them explode into fire bullets. Which is kind of cool, but maybe you'll kill it faster than... faster than that. Oh, this is a room. Oh, there are destructible blocks, of course. If there weren't any, now that would be loop room territory, I would say. No, but the wall would also have to be denser. Can mimics gain weapons if their loop increases like that? That'd be awesome. I guess I'll use bomb regen, though I'm not sure if I really... Well, might as well excavate some rooms if I find a good spot later. So I bomb here. What blessing would I take over... Well, yeah, that works. Going into database. I didn't even think, but if you have that blessing, you can gain shields to get 2-stack shields again, which should be obvious. That was... I mean, it worked, but I probably shouldn't have done it like that. This is an even more intense experience with floor 7. I think you lose half your bonus damage down here. So I'm very close to base damage, actually. And it's still fine. that it's not anything unintended. I guess you can shoot that guy before he warps out. Oh, I think the number of bullets also scales with loop. Actually, I think that's the only thing that scales with loop on that enemy. Spread pattern again. Should have stood still. Life for sure. 2 is good enough. Nope. Why not? Although it's actually very insignificant. Oh, this is fine. The Seeker head is scary, but crazy ghosts, whatever. It's going well enough so far that I want to full clear the floor. I could have sworn there was a broken and shattered one in there. Guess not. Was that just RNG that it redirected the discs that many times? Good enough firebomb. Okay. That's fine. That room is not a big deal at all. Fighting Omnimancers is fun. I quite like them. Another enemy where when I'm weaker, it's more fun in a way. Forgot there was a spread with those. You ever get the feeling you're flying too close to the sun? I have a little bit of it right now. I don't think that's gonna matter, so I think it's pretty unlikely I get 3 more parts in these last few rooms. This room is cool. I really like how this works out. The Reapers are an additional force to flush you out of cover. Does it matter? Neither of these apply. They're as good as basic bombs against database. Ugh. Oh wait, Gestalts do jump around. It's just glitchy in database. Is it because of the background? Never noticed that before. This is why you should play your favorite games in weird and drastic ways. What the hell? Loop it up. Should be fine. What is the Sentinel Mage called? It's kind of funny for some reason. almost forgot about this. And I guess I might as well get one of those. It's still possible that I choke here. Oh, visitor 12. Huh. Isn't that kind of funny, actually, that, I don't know how it's counted, but technically, doesn't D13 go in first, so... maybe it's if you just arrive at the scene at all. Even before you go into the elevator. I guess I should bomb. I should bomb during these phases. Because taking shield hits during point 0 would be good. Knowing me though, I would take the hits from non-double damage attacks. I was up against the wall. Yeah, that didn't work out. Oh right, there were bullets accompanying that. Okay, Omniscient, you're not a pushover. I forgot that I can see their light, but I probably shouldn't be looking up there, so it's fine. There's something so cool about that pattern when you dodge it successfully. I guess you can argue those bullets just have phasing. But like, multi-phasing. Can Scully stack phasing? The thought never occurred to me until now. Unless I did think of it and I just forgot. You don't know what you don't know, you know? Yeah. Okay, that's very poorly handled. I know what to do with my bombs. I think when it comes to macro core, since I'm thinking about the other achievements that are remaining, I'll keep going for macro core whenever the opportunity presents itself, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do it just for the sake of this series. Because I just played the game for long enough that it ended up happening without me even trying. And I was like, oh, achievement get, I guess. The fact that the telegraph for those lasers spins first is great. It would be too easy otherwise, but that sort of trips you up. I don't think I remarked on that, but Machine does the same thing with the telegraph for its laser windmill. Yeah. 2 bombs to spare, because why not? Yeah, what did it say for Null? You look in the mirror and see that you're no longer there. You're now an empty shell. You feel like you were reborn. You never knew what it was like to live before. Now you do. You feel free. Yeah, I never went here as Null, did I? I was just climbing with the rotation of 3 ships. Huh. Well, that's another good reason I did this. No, once more. I think that's good enough to put on the refrigerator. Yeah, that definitely stands out. Barely made it back from the brink. Neat. Hey, you're not the sentinel I'm looking for. How long has it been? Long enough. I guess I can just power internal and Peashooter. Done. I saw the Easter eggs with the gauntlet music. That was great. Now it's just the Arbiter, Tag, the hacking mini games, and Loop 13. Oh, and also the tutorial secret. I might just have to look that up. I couldn't figure it out. I want to see that again. I have to... You know what? Actually, that would be an amazing thumbnail. I know it already showed up, but I want to end on it as well. I am absolutely certain that some people are using that image of Klein's as their profile image. It's that good. I don't know what comes next. Maybe I'll try Arbiter again. Maybe I'll do my last... Is it my last? Yeah, my last Arena Blaster run. I am, as of yet, undecided. Whatever it is, thank you for watching.